अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली. This is going to be the sixth video of Event Tries and O Level. I have already uploaded 5 videos of this lengthy drama. This is going to be the sixth video of this drama. So let's discuss. I am reading from page number 75. Right. In the little lodge. Lodge means gate or house or cottage. In the little lodge, page number 75, middle paragraph. In the little lodge, just inside the prison's main gates, the Reverend S. McCleary signed his name neatly in the visitor book. So the McCleary was given duty as an invigilator by the university, came as doing his duty invigilator, right? He came over there, he entered the cell or jail, he entered the gate and he put his signature as a visitor and then walked side by side with a silent prison officer across the exercise yard to D wing, and he just started walking across the D wing, where he was greeted by Jackson. The wing's heavy outdoor was unlocked. So the door of the jail was unlocked, it was open and locked behind them. Then after once he entered, it was locked. Too much security was there. The heavy inner door, the same, McCleary was handed into Stepan's keeping. Stepan was there walking by him side by side, and Stepan was there to introduce McCleary to Ivan. He was there to escort him, and he was there to show him the place where Ivan was there. Get the razor, murmured Jackson. Jackson told him not to forget to take the razor from Ivan. Stepan nodded, and Stepan says, yes, it's okay. Well, keep your eyes keen and keep your eyes on him. Clear? Stepan nodded again. He said, it's okay. And McCleary, his feet clanging up in iron stair, McCleary started walking on the stair, and it was the clanging voice was being heard. Follow his new guide, and finally stood before a cell door where Stepan opened the peephole and looked through. He just looked inside the peephole and says, he introduced Ivan that this is the person whose exam you have to conduct now. That's him, sir. Right? Let me explain you. The priest McCleary signed his name in the visitor book at the gatehouse. He then followed the prison officer through the exercise yard to D wing. There he was greeted by Jackson. The heavy outer door of the D wing was open and then shut behind them. The same happened when they entered through the inner door. McCleary joined Stepan. Jackson ordered Stepan to remove the razor from the cell. Stepan agreed, and he also told him to keep a close watch. McCleary made a vibrating sound while climbing the stair, following his new guide. When they reached the entrance of the cell, Stepan opened the peephole and informed McCleary that he was the person of whom you have to take the exam. I already explained it twice. Let's go further. Ivan facing the door sat quietly. Ivan was just sitting over there, sat quietly at the farther of the two tables. He was just sitting a little bit away from the table. His whole attention riveted to a textbook of elementary German grammar. He was reading grammar. Stefan took the key from its ring, and the cell lock sprang back with a thudded metallic twang. He once again opened it, and there was loud noise of the lock. It was 9 a.m. and when the governor switched on the receiver. Governor already switched on that microphone from his office, and he was listening what was there going on inside the jail. He had instructed Jackson to tell Ivan of the temporary little precaution. He told Jackson to tell Ivan that how much precaution has been taken. That was only fair. As if Ivan wouldn't spot it. He was there doing all this as if Ivan wouldn't know it. But wasn't it all bit theatrical? Now he was thinking himself. Governor was thinking ये मैं बहुत ज़्यादा ही कर रहा हूँ, जैसे थिएटर में कुछ मूवी चल रही हो, ये सब क्या इतना सब कुछ कर रहा है. इवन जेल के अंदर है, दो लॉक है, इतनी आजू बाजू सिक्योरिटी, उसके इर्द गिर्द इतनी सिक्योरिटी है, राइट, माइक्रोफोन लगाया हुआ है, इवन कैसे भाग सकता है जेल से, राइट. दैट ही स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग हिमसेल्फ दैट मैं बहुत ज़्यादा ही जुल्म ही कर रहा हूँ इवन पे. ही स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग स्कूल बॉयज ऑलमोस्ट, मैं भी एक स्कूल में लड़का पढ़ रहा हूँ, इसकी तरह का बिहेव कर रहा हूँ. हाउ ऑन अर्थ वॉज इवन गोइंग टू ट्राई एनीथिंग ऑन टूडे, किस तरह वो भागेगा. इफ ही वॉज सो एंक्सियस टू मेक अनदर ब्रेक, व्हाई इन हेवंस नेम हैडंट ही ट्राइड फ्रॉम द रिक्रेशनल ब्लॉक. अगर उसको भागना ही होता, ही कुड हैव एस्केप फ्रॉम द रिक्रिएशनल ब्लॉक, मच इजियर, वो तो बहुत इजी था. बट ही हैडन एंड देयर ही वाज नाउ, अभी बैठा है सिटिंग इन अ लॉक सेल, वो भी सेल के अंदर बैठा हुआ पूरा लॉक. ऑल द प्रिजन ऑफिसर ऑन द अलर्ट, 2 more locked doors between his cell and the yard, and yard with a wall as high as a stake. Yes, even was as safe as house, even बहुत safe है, so there is no need to worry about it. Now the governor thought, let me explain in a nutshell. The governor thought that there will be no problem if he keeps the receiver switch on, although he knew that there was nothing to listen, because it is the duty of the supervisor to maintain silence. But he was still in doubt. He worried about even taking undue advantage of McCleary. He could have smuggled him to take long. He could have smuggled him to take long bladed and hand tool or rope ladder. The governor at once got alert. Right? Ivan was sitting quietly facing the door, slightly away from the 2 tables. He was concentrating on elementary German grammar. Stefan took one of the keys from the ring and opened the lock. The lock of the cell made a ringing sound after it sprung up. At 9:10 a.m., the governor switched on the receiver of the microphone. He ordered Jackson to tell Ivan to be careful, as they had installed microphone in his cell. He thought that it would be good to forewarn him. He said that in a way as though Ivan would never be able to spot it. A thought came to the governor's mind that all these seems like a theatrical drama, and all their preparation were like those done by schoolboys. He thought that how could he even think of escaping that day? He could have tried it when he was at the recreational block, because it was the easier to escape from there. But today he was locked in his cell. All the officers were closely watching him. There were 2 doors between his cell and the yard. There were walls as high as piles of dry grass. Yes, Ivan was totally safe now. Yes, I have already explained you. Now let me read further. Anyway, it wouldn't be any trouble at all to have the receiver turn on for the next couple of hours or so. सोचता है कि लाओ जो रिसीवर माइक्रोफोन ऑन कर दूं, क्या कौन सी तकलीफ है. इट वॉजंट एज इफ देयर वॉज गोइंग टू बी एनीथिंग टू लिसन टू, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं था कि कुछ सुनाई दिए. क्या होगा? वॉज इट अमंग अदर थिंग द इन्विजिलेटर ड्यूटी वॉज टू इंश्योर दैट द स्ट्रिक्टेस्ट साइलेंस वॉज ऑब्जर्व. अब एग्जाम में क्या होगा कि इन्विजिलेटर की ड्यूटी है कि आवाज़ ना आए और एग्जाम जो देता है वो कुछ आवाज़ ना करे और आराम से पेपर लिखे. बट स्टिल दैट लिटिल नेकिंग डाउट, उसको एक डाउट लगता है. माइट इवन ट्राई टू टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ मैक्लेरी का वो पूरा भरपूर फायदा उठा सकता है. गेट हिम टू स्मगल, उसको वो ही माइट कैच हिम, स्मगल हिम, राइट, इन अ चीजल, एक हथियार आता है चीजल, राइट, और रोप लेडर. उसको एक governor has just thought of that even might attack McCleary taking his chisel, or with the help of ladder or with the help of rope he might kidnap, he might hijack him, he might take an advantage of McCleary and then ask the officer to release him from the jail, right, putting a weapon on his neck and all this. The governor sat up sharply. गवर्नर को ऐसा जैसे ही ख्याल आया, ऐसे जैसे ही वो सोच आई, ऐसी वो अपनी जगह से उठ गया. इट वॉज ऑल वेरी वेल गेटिंग रीड ऑफ एनी पोटेंशियल वेपन दैट इवन कुड हैव यूज्ड. वो बहुत he wanted that even should not have any kind of weapon, though he had all kind of weapons had already been taken by Stephen and by Jackson. But McCleary might have McClary might have brought some weapon with him, maybe a knife for cutting the paper and other. So he even might took that. He even might take that weapons and made him smuggle him. The governor said of sharply it was all very well getting rid of any potential weapon that Ivan could have used. But what about McClary? What if quite unwittingly the innocent McClary had brought in something himself, a jackknife perhaps, and what if Ivan held him hostage with such a weapon? Let me explain you. The governor thought that there will be no problem if he keeps the receiver switch on. Although he knew that there was nothing to listen because it is the duty of the supervisor to maintain silence. But he was still in doubt. He was worried about even taking undue advantage of McClary. He could have smuggled him to take long bladed hand tool or rope ladder. The governor at once got alert. He thought that they had taken away all the possible weapons from Ivan, but there were chances that McClary could have brought some weapon unknowingly with him, such as jackknife, which is a large knife with a folding blade. Ivan could hold him captive for forcing the prison officer to release him. Last paragraph, then after I will wind up. The governor reached for the phone. It was 9 a.m. and the examinee and the invigilator had already been introduced by Stephen when Jackson came back and shouted to McClary through the cell door, "Can you come outside, minutes? You too, Stephen." So जैसे गवर्नर रैंक टू जैक्सन और कहता है कि इन्विजिलेटर मस्ट बी चेक थरली एंड इन्विजिलेटर McClary was already inside the jail. So the Jackson came and informed McClary and Stephen to come outside. Jackson quickly explained the governor worries and McClary patiently held out his arm at shoulder level while Jackson lightly frisked his clothes. Something hard here, sir. Jackson उसको बताता है कि it is an order of governor to check you, and listening that McClary अपने हाथ ऊंचे कर देता है इस तरह और वो ही allow Jackson to check him. And he spotted something and he asked, "What is this, sir?" And he says that, "Reading glass," replied McClary, looking down at the spectacle case. Jackson quickly reassured him and bending down on the landing thumb, flicked the catches on the suitcase, started checking the suitcase, pick up each envelope in turn. He checked everything carefully, pass him palms along the faces and seemed satisfied. He riffled cursorily through a few pages of Hollywood. He took Bible also. He started checking that Bible, vaguely shook the church time. He checked the church. All right so far, but one of the objects in McClary's suitcase was puzzling him unsolely. But one thing that was that puzzled him, and Jackson was very much puzzled. What was that one thing that McClary brought with him? That we'll discuss in the next part of the video, inshallah, in the next video. Let me explain you. The governor called up as someone 9 a.m. Stephen had already introduced the supervisor and anyone who had to appear for the exam. Just at that moment, Jackson came and asked McClary to come outside for a minute. He explained about the governor's reason for being worried. McClary cooperated him in checking process by holding out his arm so that he could be checked. Jackson started checking him very fast. He then found something hard, which McClary said was his reading glass. To be more sure, he even checked his suitcase. He checked each envelope carefully and searched everything with his palm. He also went roughly through his holy writ and the church time. Everything was fine, but there was one thing in the suitcase that was strongly confusing him. That we'll discuss in the next part of the video, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.